Hi everyone, I'm Neil De La Cruz, a fourth-year BS in Entertainment and Multimedia Computing game development student from Asia Pacific College.
Hi guys, my name is James Seramil. I'm actually from BS Computer Science, majoring in Cybersecurity and Forensics.
Hi, my name is Lloyd M. Carganelia. I'm from BS IT with specialization in mobile internet technologies.
One of the things that I was looking for in colleges when I was scouting for potential schools to go to or universities was the program itself. One of the things that I actually had trouble with was finding a school that was be able to provide me with major in or specialization in cybersecurity and forensics, since it's something that I actually really wanted to study even as a child, and seeing all those movies about hacking and all about cybersecurity. So when I actually found the school, it was a complete shock to me to see how their curriculum is actually catered towards specializing in this field.
What separates APC from other schools that I have explored when I was trying to find which college I'm going to, especially that I know what course or what career path I'm taking. So APC really makes you dive into what you should expect into the industry. Us as students throughout our stay, especially in college, we've been talking to or in touch with some of the best industry professionals there is in the world, and we have been immersed on what it takes to be competitive in the industry.
The people here are really focused on the industry and really the industry first. They are not shy from admitting that they're different, and they really show it. It ranges from how they approach teaching to what equipment they use. Most notably, we're using LinkedIn is one. Another would be agile methodologies and scrums. They teach that a lot.
This isn't the first time I've been with APC or I've been an intern here at APC. We also took internship during senior high school, and it was a tough one, I could say. It was an eye-opener for me, just with how large and how high the standards are for the industry and what people would expect of you. And this first experience did prepare me so much for my internship during college, which for me is the most important one. So I'm a former intern in Ubisoft Philippines and now currently working there as a junior technical artist. And my experience as a technical artist in Ubisoft Philippines, both as an intern and as a working professional, is to say that it's eye-opening as a game developer or a game development student, is putting it on a surface level. This is because when you start to tackle game development as a student here at school or as an academic in academics, you would think that you would divide the entire industry into different parts or three different parts: art, design, and the tech. But when you get into the life cycle of a AAA industry, you'd be surprised to find out that there are a lot of things that go into what it takes to create a AAA video game. And I could attest that APC did prepare me well for working as a professional in the industry. As a game development student, my fundamentals have been, or the fundamentals that I know for game development have been polished, or not polished, but it has been improved ever since I first thought of what it takes to be a game developer. And this pushed me forward, this drive that APC has given me to basically be a better game developer and be a better learner when I was deployed into the industry. And now I'm proud to say that I'm one of the developers for an upcoming game titled Assassin's Creed Mirage.
I interned in Manulife IT Delivery Center. It's basically the IT delivery or the IT aspect or the department of Manulife itself. And my role there was a GCS penetration tester intern, where I would test the security of global apps from Manulife and John Hancock. Through this experience, I was able to talk with multiple application teams, not only from the Philippines, but I was also able to collaborate with people from Canada, Boston, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Japan. That experience for me was very invaluable since it allowed me to see how people in other cultures work in tech. So that was really inspiring. One of the people that actually made this possible for me was my industry professor. We call him Mike. He was basically just like us. He's a Filipino that work as a cybersecurity specialist here in Manila, but by the time that we actually continued working for him, his family was able to immigrate to Canada. So things were a lot harder since he wasn't there to be with us. At the same time, it was also an adjustment period to see how things would work if somebody would leave and go to the other country, right? So basically, my takeaway from my internship journey was basically that even people with different cultures can connect through tech, and being able to actually apply the things that I've learned from school or APC was really a experience that I thought I would never experience and as a whole.
When I got the call from Allianz, they were talking about a position I haven't heard of before ever. It was named RPA. When they asked about RPA, it stood for Robot Processing and Automation. So what I did during my internship at Allianz is that I was programming robots, not actual physical robots, more like software-based robots using a software that I didn't even use before. So at first it looked really intimidating, but as I started my time training there, I discovered that wait, their training is almost exactly like how APC would give me LinkedIn Learning courses. It's almost exactly one-to-one. So, and the software itself, it wasn't hard either. Although it's still relatively new, it's named Client Studio. Even if you did do Google search on it now, you would barely find any tutorials. So I was really in the dark, quote unquote, but I was somehow able to survive and quite frankly perform well in my internship because of the fact that APC trained me to adapt, and they gave me quite the blueprint, to be honest, just to follow, because like it's what the industry uses. If the industry uses Scrum methodology, Agile, you'll find that training here in APC. It will really show its usefulness. I have nothing for gratitude for that. All I need is just right now, I'm just waiting for graduation day to get my proof of graduation and submit it to them, and hopefully I can be absorbed into the company because I like what I'm doing there currently.
APC wasn't my first choice, and even more so that it wasn't a choice at all. I discovered APC in a very random way, and the only person that gave me the idea of enrolling in APC was my uncle. And one of the things, or the only thing that he told me about APC was, this school is known to be a very good school when it comes to the IT curriculum. And so I took my shot. I enrolled in APC as a senior high school student and did plan to move schools once I got to college, because there was only a complication in terms of my college choice, but I ended up staying. And it was one of the best choices I've ever had in my life. APC's environment is very dear to me. Again, as I mentioned earlier, just the way that they expose you to the industry is different from any other curriculum that you will ever experience in your life. And to those freshmen who are currently enrolled in APC, I only have one tip for you guys. Whilst being specialized in one area in your career path is a good thing, don't stress about it too much. While you're in school, focus on their fundamentals, because no skyscraper is ever built without a good foundation.
Don't rush things. Opportunities will come to you. The training here in APC is really different, and they will expose you to a lot of the industry even as a first year student. And so you don't need to overcomplicate things. You don't need to start worrying about your future. Your future will find you here in APC. And I found mine. And I hope the future freshmen and the future prospects of APC will find theirs.
I feel like all you have to do is basically just believe in yourself and make sure that you know your fundamentals, because at the same time you might look at things in your subjects in the beginning of your journey here with APC and say that this might not be relevant to what you will be doing in work, but trust me when I say that when you actually go into work, these fundamentals will catch up and it will really help you a lot. So just make sure to stick with your fundamentals, and also don't be afraid to put your foot in front of you. Just take one step at a time. It can be really daunting, especially when you're in an industry level or when you're talking with people with different ethnicities or culture, but I can promise you that every time you do it, it gets easier. All you have to do is continue doing it and make sure that you learn something from every encounter that you have.